late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
What up, YouTube? Franchise Sports TV back again with another video. Today, possibly, could be the day. It possibly could be the day that the OKC Thunder capture their first title as the Thunder. As we all know, the Seattle Supersonics won the ring back in the late 70s, so this would be the second for that franchise. Yeah, it'll be the second. Because I think if the Seattle Supersonics ever come back, I think it'll be what they did with the Hornets and Pelicans. I think they'll take the records away, the Seattle records away from the Thunder, and the Thunder will have their own records. So Seattle still have that one ring, and then the Thunder will have the ring if they win it tonight. But anyways, speaking of the Thunder, so I saw this headline, and it's Dwayne Wade, I guess, trying to give some knowledge to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because we all know people like to compare Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to Kobe Bryant. Don't know why, but they keep doing it. It's something that they love to do. I think the beginning of that series between Minnesota and OKC, they did the stupid comparison with Kobe and Shai, and then Ant-Man and Jordan. I don't know why. It's because they look like they hoop the same, but they're not the same. But Dwayne Wade, I don't know. He's trying to give advice to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander somewhere. I forgot what platform it was on. Let me look it up right quick. I'm trying to do this. I read the article, but I'm trying to do it by memory. But it's hard to do stuff by memory. Let me read it from word. The article starts off saying, one of the few achievements that Kobe Bryant was yet to conquer after the 2008 season, when he won the regular season MVP award, was the NBA Finals MVP award. Bryant appeared in the finals several times with the Lakers in the career, only won the award twice in 2009 and 2010. Like, share, subscribe to the channel as we move on. During the 2008 finals, the Celtics won the championship. Paul Pierce took the finals MVP award home, but in 2009 appearance, Bryant finally got the award for the first time in his career. However, the second time he won the award, many people felt that he did not deserve to win the award, which this is really my first time hearing something about that. But I could be wrong. Maybe I could have heard it 14, 13, 12 years ago. I don't remember, but to me, this is the first time I'm hearing this. And instead, his teammate Paul Gasol should have won it. Among those people is Heat legend Dwayne Wade. So this was on a podcast, Dwayne Wade's podcast. Wade was explaining that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander needs to learn from Kobe Bryant when he recalled his last run in the NBA Finals. While he was trying to teach Gilgeous-Alexander a lesson, he inadvertently discredited the Lakers' legend. And this is what he said right here. I'm not going to find a podcast. I read it word from word. A lot of people don't know that in the finals, the last finals that the Lakers won with Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Paul Gasol should have been the MVP. That's how well Paul was playing, and Kobe was playing awful. But you never could tell when you turn on the TV that he was struggling, because his leadership was always there. His intensity is always, that fire is always there. So because he went 8 for 24 from the field or something like that, you can never tell with a player like Kobe. While Wade was trying to give Gilgeous-Alexander a lesson, he reminded NBA fans that essentially Bryant's impact on the team won the Finals MVP in 2010. Paul Gasol averaged 18.6 points a game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists while shooting 47% from the floor, averaging 12.9 attempts. Bryant averaged 28.6, 8 rebounds, and 3.9 assists in that series. He shot 40% from the floor, averaging 23 attempts per game, nearly as twice as many as Paul Gasol. Here's the thing about that, and the article kind of touches on this. What Dwayne Wade forgot to mention as well, maybe he did. This goes with the '08 finals and 2010 finals against Boston. The defense for Boston heavily relied on stopping Kobe, especially in 2008. 2008, they were really focused on Kobe, so James Posey was just suffocating Kobe. Because they know Kobe was the primary scorer. You stop him, you pretty much win. Paul Gasol was in his head. He was intimidated by KG and Kendrick Perkins down there. So that battle was won because of that. Now in 2010, it was a little bit different story because Paul Gasol now has some confidence in himself, which is the reason why he had a great finals. But also at the same time, I remember that Game 7 because Game 7, yes, Kobe did shoot poorly, but Kobe did other things in that Game 7. Like, I think Kobe grabbed 15 rebounds in that game. See, MVP is not just by points, and I'm glad this article touched on it. It's not about points. It's not about points. It's about the impact on the game, the impact that you play in that series. The article states that Kobe, in that series, this is all the games. Where's the game 1 at? They just list game 1. Game 2, they list all the bad games. Game 2, he shot 40% from the floor, 8 for 20, struggled mainly beyond the arc, where he went 2 for 7 from 3, 28% in that game. Game 3, he shot 34% from the floor, 10 for not 29, went 1 or 7 from beyond the arc, 14.3 in the closeout game. Bryant did not have particularly memorial. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. He did not have a game that everyone remember. He went 6 for 24 in the field, 25%. Did not make a single attempt beyond the arc. But the question should have Paul Gasol have won. Like I said, I say this. Without Kobe, and they relied on Paul Gasol, they ain't winning that series. Now, you could say this series could have been won sooner. Maybe it should have went to Game 7. But also, I'm not going to act like the Boston Celtics weren't good. The Boston Celtics, even LeBron admitted to this. The Boston Celtics was a big four. Rondo, Paul Pierce, KG, and Ray Allen. So you mean to tell me that Kobe went against a greater team and beat that team in 7 games? Is that what you trying to tell me? And him himself couldn't beat that team? But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. Do I myself think Kobe deserved to win the Finals MVP? Yeah, because MVP is not always about scoring, like I just said. It's about the impact you have on the game. Yeah. And Dwayne Wade is right. You really couldn't tell Kobe was struggling at times. Which is true because Kobe is just that type of player that has an impact in different parts of the game. Unlike a certain other person who thinks they're the GOAT. So, 3 things to take from this whole thing. I don't think Dwayne Wade is really discrediting Kobe. I think he's also keeping it real. But I do not think Paul Gasol should have won the Finals MVP. I still think it belonged to Kobe, because Kobe, despite having some terrible bad games in that series, he also did have some good games. He scored at least 30 points 3 times in that series, and I think it might have been 3 of those times might have been in wins. But that's what happens when you play a team like the Boston Celtics, who were equally just as good. So, but it kind of ties with this whole thing too with Jordan, when these idiots on Facebook say Jordan shouldn't have won the MVP Finals MVPs that he's gotten. They should have given him to Scottie Pippen. And I always say this: you take Scottie Jordan off that team and put Scottie Pippen as the focal point, they're not winning anything. Similar to Kobe, Jordan had a big impact on those games. But I think they're just saying this to discredit, Jordan and Kobe because they're above LeBron. But they did the same thing with Giannis in 2021, saying he shouldn't deserve the MVP. Yes, people did say that because people say, oh, Chris Middleton's the Batman. Chris Middleton should have won Finals MVP. What solidified Giannis's Finals MVP was Game 6, 50 points. How you just ignore that Giannis scored 50 points and got a double-double, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks? How are we just going to discredit that at an all-time performance? Yes, there was people actually saying that. There was also Steven Jackson, a.k.a. CB4, saying the Bucks were a super team that year. So, yeah, dudes just be saying anything. But I can't really get on Dwayne Wade for saying that. Dwayne Wade, in a way, is right about that, how it went down in the finals. But just the impact alone of Kobe Bryant, it overridden some of the defects of his finals performance. So, anyways, I know some stands are probably gonna take this and run with it and try to switch it up and twist it as much as they can, but I don't think it's gonna work. But tell me what you guys think.